Hello everyone! Welcome to the ADVAN Global Online event. It is our great pleasure to present to you all Yokohama Taiya's newest high-performance legacy, the ADVAN Sport V107. Today we will take you on a journey through the development details and background of Yokohama Taiya's latest product to be in the market worldwide this coming spring of 2022, the ADVAN Sport V107. Are you ready? And before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Sasha, and it is my pleasure to host and navigate you throughout this adventure. And now, without further ado, let me begin by guiding you through the main topics we will be covering today. As you can see, we have an exciting and full agenda. Come along and let us dive straight into this very exciting expedition. Now, this event will connect Yokohama Taiya's home base here in Japan with the Nürburgring in Germany, where the main stage for development and evaluation is located. Let me welcome our honorable guests to join us. Let's connect to the Nürburgring right away. Live from Nürburgring, Ms. Eve, how are you doing?
Hello everyone, hello Sasha. It's such a big honor and big pleasure for me to connect to you all for this very special event. Actually, I'm here at the Yokohama Test Center, directly at the not sunny Nürburgring. It's really freezing cold. That's also the track is famous for, but even more, it's famous for being the toughest circuit in the world. And besides being a circuit, it's also used as a test course for high-performance cars. So you have a lot of track facilities here and also many buildings where numerous car manufacturers have their test center, and they're coming from worldwide here to this famous place as well, like the Yokohama Test Center. Here we are, and we'll show you around. I can't wait.
Yes, Miss Eve, looking forward to your valuable report all the way from Nürburgring. All right, so firstly, let us take a close look and find out what kind of a product exactly is the new ADVAN Sport V107. ADVAN Sport V107 is Yokohama Taiya's global flagship and the latest ultra-high-performance tire. While retaining the original concept and characteristics of the previous model, the ADVAN Sport V105, which amongst other excellent characteristics include ultra-high comfort, high safety performance, and steering stability. The latest cutting-edge technologies have been applied to this brand new model, the ADVAN Sport V107, offering new heights, including ever greater high-speed stability and superior driving performance. In particular, it is worth stressing the excellent handling and braking performance of the ADVAN Sport V107 on both dry and wet surfaces. This advantage in particular allows superb driving stability regardless of weather conditions. The tire's high grip promotes safety and reliability, including in a possible emergency maneuver caused by a wet surface, for example, on a rainy day. Yokohama Tires is now able to supply an even larger field of car models, including premium high-performance vehicles, premium SUVs, as well as the presently increasing number of next-generation premium EVs. The ADVAN Sport V107 has already been accredited as the original equipment tire for numerous European premium vehicles, including, for example, the BMW M3 sedan, the M4 Coupe, the EV iX3, the Mercedes-AMG GLS, the GLE, and many more. During the process of development, the ADVAN Sport V107 tires evaluation was conducted at various test courses, both in Japan as well as overseas, including the North Coast track at Nürburgring, Germany, which is known to be the toughest course in the world. And do not worry, later in this journey, we will certainly come back to the Nürburgring track with many more details about the area.
Hi everybody, my name is Jorg Muller. I'll drive the BMW M4 GT3 with Yokohama tires at the NLS. I'll do the All Championship and the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, which is one of the biggest races in Germany, and we are very happy to use the Yokohama tires, because if you know, last year Yokohama and Walkenhorst did the fastest lap time in qualifying and the fastest race lap times. Well, I've got a very long relationship with Yokohama. It started in end of 2005 in WTCC. Yokohama worked really professional to get a tire sorted for rear-wheel driven cars and front-wheel driven cars, suited every car. So that's something which is very difficult for a manufacturer to do, but Yokohama did it. Yesterday I had the chance, first time for me to drive the tire. I was surprised about the wet grip. So yesterday it was damp and wet, some dry patches on the circuit. Grip was there immediately, and especially on the damp patches, I felt the controllability of the tire is very good. For me as a racing driver, it's very important to get the response from the steering. This is something like you've got tires where the grip rips off quite aggressively and you cannot control it. But this tire is so well to control, and this is something which is easy to handle for everyone on the road. To me, that's the tire to choose. I also run Yokohama tires on my road car. So yesterday I had a very long trip from Switzerland up here to Nürburgring on my older spec Yokohamas, the ADVAN Sport V105, which is the previous tire. And I came up here at the Nürburgring and was really relaxed, and I like the tire and I like the brand. In the past, you had to do compromises in tires. So if you want to make the high-speed turning, if you want to make this a little bit better, you need to sacrifice on other points. But the new V107 is better in all of these aspects. So there you see the development of tires on the road at the moment, which is amazing. And yesterday I had the chance to drive around Nürburg, and the position, the front and the rear, how it settles, is amazing. If you have a dangerous situation on the motorway and you have to do danger braking, the car has to be absolutely stable, and that is what the tire is doing. The new ADVAN V107 has the sportive aspects, but also is very comfortable on long distance rides. And this is what I mentioned already before on the 105. I liked it already, but it's even better on the V107. Well, if I order my next M5 or M3 or M4, I'm definitely gonna order it with Yokohama tires.
車線変更してもどこまでも乗り心地いいですね。なんかこう途中のつなぎでギクシャクする場所が荷重のかかり方もこうスムーズで、運転してて気持ちいいタイヤですよね。すごいこのなんか速度とケース合成のこの上がり方がすごい比例してるというか、なんか先が想像しやすいタイヤで、そういう意味での安心感もねすごいありますね。今度はアクセルを開けてみるとちゃんとレスポンスの良さっていうのは感じるし、そのソフトでなんかこう力のないタイヤと違って荷重がかかった時にはそのしなり受けて急にそのちゃんと荷重がかかったところから支えてくれる強さっていうのが急に出るっていう部分ではすごいですね。タイヤ自体が持ってるそのケース合成っていうのをね、決してその扁平タイヤでただ単純に硬くねケース合成上げてるってわけじゃないっていうのが乗り心地で十分感じますけど、何かの時の非常事態だったり急ブレーキ急ハンドル当たり前だけどもワインディング、 それから時にはサーキット走ったとしても全然十分耐えられる、そっちのパフォーマンスがこうありながら、普段の街使いで街乗りの時にまるっきりその違和感を与えないっていう、その2つの顔を持ってるのは、まあ自分の中の経験でいうとちょっとありえないんで、少しまだ今カルチャーショック受けてますね。でもやっぱりまず何て言っても特筆すべきはこの乗り心地をちょっとみんなに味わってもらいたいですね。これだけのハイパフォーマンスカーのね、足元支えるタイヤがこれだけね劇的な乗り心地を持ってるとか静粛性持ってるって考えられないから、だから正直言えばこのクオリティは多分本当だったら必要がないのかもしれないっていつも思うけど、アドバンスポーツはそうじゃないんですよ。もしかしたら無駄なのかもしれないっていうところまで踏み込むことが文化だしチャレンジだし、だからそれができるのがアドバンなんで。
One of the main key points of the ADVAN Sport V107 is its superb overall high performance, which has led to becoming the original equipment tire to equip numerous premium European vehicles. In order to provide you all with more details, we have interviewed the Yokohama engineers in charge of the development of this tire. Let us now listen to what they have to share with us.
当時スイスのポルシェクラブの中で、非常に性能のいいタイヤがあるという噂があったらしくて、どうもその商品が横浜の商品だと。スイスのポルシェクラブから、このタイヤを、標準装着になんでしないんだっていうような問い合わせがポルシェの方に行ったらしくて、そこから、ポルシェから横浜ちょっとタイヤ出してみたらっていうような話が来て、それがきっかけになって、ポルシェの開発がスタートしたというふうに、伺っております。納期までに性能必達というのが、条件になります。従いまして、開発の過程において、その都度提出するものに対する、例えばリザルトレビューですとか、目標に達していない項目がある場合は、それに対する打ち手の説明とスケジュールの提示ですね、そういうのを各フェーズごとに実施しながら OE との開発を進めていくというのが今のスタンダードな開発の仕方になります。特に横浜 100% っていうサイズの開発の場合は、我々が納期通りに性能を出せないと車が生産できませんので、このプレッシャーは非常に大きいです。
プロファイルパターンを一から見直しまして、より改善できるようなアイテムを取り込んだ上で、開発を進めてまいりました。また、トレッドコンパウンドにつきましても、V107 専用設計になっておりまして、こちらも一から作り上げているものになりますので、そこの点も、ウェットの底上げというところに、大きく貢献してくれているかなというところでございます。もともとパフォーマンスカーにつきましてはメインターゲットであるので、そこに対応できるというのは当たり前であるとは思うんですけれども、 SUV であれば例えば、高重心であるとか高荷重に対応しなければいけないとか、あとは EV であれば、航続距離を短くしてはいけないので、転がり抵抗を良くしなければいけないとか、そういうのはいろいろあるんですけれども、カーメーカーさん向けの開発であるとか、もしくは一般の開発においてもそれぞれの要素をターゲットとした開発というのが過去にもございますので、そこの知見をどう組み合わせてバランスを取っていくかということが重要な点でありました。ですのでかなり開発の方も試行錯誤しながらで、チームのメンバーで深いところまでいろいろな議論をした上で作り上げられた タイヤになってますので、非常に開発側としては自信を持ってお勧めできる商品かなと思っております。
私たち横浜ゴムは創業100年を超える実績の中でさまざまなカテゴリーでのタイヤ開発を行い、技術を高めてまいりました。これらのタイヤに要求される高い次元での性能、例えばドライやウェットでのハンドリング性能や制動性能、また静粛性や低燃費性などさまざまな技術はカーメーカーさんとの純正タイヤの共同開発の中で一つ一つ培ってまいりました。また時速300キロを超えるようなレース用タイヤの開発は私たちの総合的な技術を確実に進歩させています。横浜ゴムは古くからタイヤでの低燃費化などに取り組んでまいりました。自社活動のカーボンニュートラルに向け、アドバンスポーツの主要な生産工場である横浜ゴム新城南工場をモデル工場として取り組み、再エネ電力や脱炭素燃料への転換を進めていきます。アドバンスポーツという高性能なタイヤが生産時に環境負荷を高めてはいけないと考え、高性能なタイヤの生産工場からスタートし、順次他の工場に拡大していきます。横浜ゴムでは AI を活用したタイヤのゴム物性予測システムやタイヤの特性予測システムを開発しました。 AI などの先進技術と合わせ、これまで積み上げてきた技術をさらに進化させ、タイヤの付加価値を高めていきます。
Yes, as time flows, change follows. As we know, besides having a particularly deep passion for motorsports technology, Yokohama Tires is determined to keep up with and incorporate the latest environment-friendly technologies and to adopt new next-generation elements such as, for example, AI. All of these factors play an important role in Yokohama Tire's constant development and progress. Now, based on some of the Yokohama Tire's development principles, which I have just mentioned, let us go deeper into more detailed information. Let us take a closer look at the descriptions of the ADVAN Sport V107 original equipment tires. The ADVAN Sport V107 size 275 35R22 104Y is the original equipment tire fitted for the Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC Plus, the first Mercedes-AMG electric vehicle. In fact, the ADVAN Sport V107 has been directly co-developed with Mercedes-AMG. To achieve the high level of rolling resistance required for EVs, these tires have adopted a newly developed compound that reduces heat generation during normal driving. The ADVAN Sport V107 focuses not only on driving performance, but also on conscious environmental-friendly performance. And this makes these tires a perfect match to suit the Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC Plus, the Mercedes-AMG's brand's first EV. Now, let us connect directly to the Nürburgring. Hello, Eve. It seems that you changed location. Where are you now exactly?
Yes, now I'm here inside of the Yokohama Test Center, and this is the pit where all the tests and maintenance operates.
Well, I'm sure that testing in Nürburgring is really important. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. And I have someone who shares more details about that and also about this plan. So welcome, Torsten Theis. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you.
So first of all, please tell us what is the big significance of testing your tires, especially here at the Nürburgring?
Yeah, here at the Nürburgring, especially, it's very stressful for the tire. And because the length of the Nürburgring is over 20 kilometers, and as you can imagine, we have a lot of up and downs, many corners, and it's a very fast track. And therefore, the stress for the tire is very big. And especially for high-performance tires, you have to test here to make sure to have a really high performance tire. But as you can imagine, a tire is not only high performance testing at one circuit. You have to check how long is braking distance, how the tire is working in wet condition, aquaplaning, all the things. But those things we cannot do here. This we do in Idiada. This is a very big proving ground in Spain, close to Barcelona.
Oh, wow, sounds great. You should invite me to that place
Yeah,
as well.
you're welcome.
Next time. So what are the functions and roles, especially of this test center?
Here at the test center, the main purpose for us, or main testing we are doing, is the original equipment tire testing, and also as well the replacement market tire testing. And we are not, as I told you before, we are not testing only here, we're testing all over Europe. And we deliver the data, how the tire is driving by subjective feeling and also objective feeling. And those data we deliver to our experts in Japan. And with this data, they develop the tire at the end.
Wow, so you're always ready here at the Nürburgring.
Yes, always. Yeah,
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And something perhaps, would you take our viewers perhaps a little bit behind the scenes of this test center?
Yes, sure. Let's go. We are now at the tire preparation area. Here is our mounting machine where we mount the tires on the wheels. This is our wheel balancer where we're balancing the wheels to avoid any vibration on the car. And also we do have our car lifters here where we mount the tires on the car. For our testing we are using all kinds of cars. High performance cars, SUVs and also electric vehicles. The warehouse capacity is up to 600 tires. Also, we prepare the transport of our tires to several proving grounds across Europe. Our European team is testing around 7,000 sets of tires per year. Not only we as Yokohama are located here at the Nürburgring industrial area. Many of the car manufacturers are located here too. This helps us a lot for the communication and to work together with our partners. Now we are in our meeting room. Here we discuss the subjective results from our test drivers, as well we are analyzing the driving data. We are in contact with our development department in Japan every day, and the video conferences take place here.
Hello, Mr. Theis. I'm Sasha in the studio in Japan. Can I ask you a question or two as well?
Hello, Sasha. For sure you can ask.
Do you also test and evaluate the winter tires at Nürburgring?
No, at the Nürburgring we don't do. We do this in Sweden at our test center. The reason for this is that at the Nürburgring it's a cold area, but not so snowy. And as you can imagine, in Sweden, north of Sweden, we have a lot of snow and a long time. So the period of snow is normally from December until April. So we have a very long period where we can evaluate our winter tires.
That makes really sense. How is it working with Japanese people? Is the communication going well from both sides? What is your impression?
Yeah, the working with Japanese colleagues is very good. First of all, the Japanese and the German character are a little bit quite same, because we always want to see the detail, we want to be in time, and also we have a really friendly situation together. So honestly speaking, we always say we are one family.
Wow. Now I want to go there. Can you guide me one day, maybe?
Yeah, you're always welcome, Sasha. And now, Eve will show you someone very interesting and have some, I think, very interesting things for you.
That's right. Nico Paffenholz is joining me now, so welcome to the show.
Hello, nice to meet you.
May you introduce yourself?
I'm a test driver for Yokohama. I work since 8 years for Yokohama now. The first 3 years I make a trainee here to learn the job, to learn all parts for the evaluation, and yeah.
So you really started with Yokohama here, your business, your job as a test driver. So how does it look like? You come to the Nürburgring, and how many days, how many weeks you stay here from day to night? What's your testing?
To the Nürburgring Nordschleife we come normally for the high-speed test or durability test. The daily work, we start here in the workshop, prepare everything, the tires on the rims, mounting, and then we start with our evaluation on the North course. And here we see the performance in high speed, especially started with the grip, but also with the lateral stability from the sidewall, from the in higher corners and higher speed corners. So.
How exactly does it look like? So you jump into the car, you have a task from Yokohama to test, for example, the performance in high speed. How does it look like? Then you go out, maximum full tank, or how is it?
We get from Japan, we get test requests, which tires we have to drive, and then we put it on here. I drive normally first to the Flansgarten, because in the industry we can start there. Then I have only some meters to the Döttinger Höhe. So I get the first impression from the tire before I start in the first lap. And then after the lap we check again, is it different to the beginning? And on the lap it's different which corners we used for checking some parts. So.
Talking about that in specific probably, because the Nordschleife is so characteristic. You have everything here, like bumps, you have high-speed corners, really slow parts of the track. So what exactly you do at several parts at the track? Perhaps you start on the longest straight, Döttinger Höhe. What are you testing there?
There we start normally with lane change maneuvers. We're checking first the general balance from the car, the steering input, and how is the linearity, the feeling from front axle to rear axle. Like this we start, and then we continued on the lap, and for example Schwedenkreuz, where we have higher speed, also we do a gas release reaction there and feel, is the car stable or the rear axle start to move or something like that, how is it to handle. This is the kind. Normally I check in every corner something from the tire, but for sure Armberg corner, you have a hard braking, so it's good to feel, is it stable and keep it the same lane. If we make a hard braking, the car get nervous. So here we need a really safe driving for our customers.
And what I guess it's really difficult, because sometimes you have to test the real performance of the tire. On the other hand, safety features or even the comfort features. So what about that, to bring that all together?
It's not easy. We have to, this is the reason why we have not only a high-speed test here, we do also other tests like the comfort, also on the normal public road. You have a lot of different surfaces to hear the noise from the tire. Is it a normal driving? It's easy and precise.
And I think what is really important then, talking about the comfort, because this is important for the drivers later on in the normal production car, if they drive long distances, not to get tired, or even the noise of the tire. How important is that as well?
The noise, I think, is an important point now, yeah. Especially also for the future with the electric cars, where you have less noise from the engines. So for this we need a silent tire, and getting more and more important.
Nico, thank you so much. Many information, impressions and insights, so thanks a lot for that. And that was our tour already here in the Yokohama Test Center, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, but I can tell you, we see us soon again.
I hope you all have enjoyed the presentation of the Yokohama Test Center and the explanatory comments regarding the important points for evaluation which the drivers must focus on when testing and evaluating the tires. As we did all witness here today, car and tire development are not easy and simple tasks. And now everyone, let us welcome our honorable guest panel. Please sit back and enjoy the talk show. Eve, are you ready?
Yes, hello again. We are now in a dedicated studio directly again at the Nürburgring. So welcome everyone, and now we have a special chat. And again, I have some special guests here at my side, and for sure you've seen them already before in our show. So once more, I have Jorg Muller with me, and I can tell you, 2 times winner of the most prestigious race here at the Nürburgring, the 24 hours at the Nürburgring. So you were so successful in WTCC and you raced in Japan. And you are an ex-Formula One test driver, and I could do so many more information and successes about you, so it's good to have you.
Very happy to be here.
And of course, Nico Paffenholz, you are a test driver from Yokohama, and it's really good that you join us again.
Hello, thank you.
Cool. So guys, how is it to be back now at the Nürburgring? Winter break is somehow long for you, or you are even testing already?
In these days, you don't have winter break anymore. Came back from a test in Vallelunga, so we did a tire test for Yokohama. 2 days of dry tire test, one day of wet tire test, and that's how the winter works in these days. So you get prepared for the next season. It's always busy, even for a racing driver, you don't have a break anymore.
Oh, wow, sounds fantastic. And for you, Nico, how is it? How many days and weeks you spend here at the Nürburgring during a test year?
Normally I'm so 7-8 weeks in the year I'm here. The most time we are in Spain, that's our main workplace. But I'm always happy to live here.
How huge is the importance to test, to evaluate cars and as well tires, of course, here at the Nürburgring? Why especially also at the Nordschleife?
To me, it's the consistent conditions which you have at Nordschleife. That's something which is very important. So if you test your tires on normal country roads, you always have the other traffic, you always have traffic which comes against you. If you go to the Nordschleife, at the Nordschleife circuit, which is longer than 20 kilometers, you have all the stuff you have on normal roads. So you have very fast sections, you have long straight lines, you have fast corners, you have tight corners, you have hard braking, you have bumpy circuit, you have very flat circuit, and you can consistently test that again. So you put a new tire on your car, go down there for 2 laps, come back, change the tire, and then you can really evaluate the 2 tires against each other. And this is something you cannot do on normal road, and this is why, to me, Nordschleife is really unique concerning that.
How is it for you, Nico? Because it's so interesting, your different point of views. You're a racing driver, you're a test driver.
Yeah, but this is the meaning what he say already. It's the different kinds of corners. We have really fast corners, we have sharp corners, different kinds of surfaces, and this is very interesting and very good for our testing to see the tire performance on all.
So Nico, tell me, the ADVAN Sport, the tire, is a Nürburgring proven tire. It's refined here. So in short, what kind of tire is the ADVAN Sport?
As headline, I think we can say it's a high-performance tire developed for high-performance cars. And we want to find the perfect mix to give the best performance on the track for the performance cars, and also a good behavior on the daily driving.
Jörg, you had the chance already to test the tire as well? Yeah?
And thanks for giving me this tire. I tell you, I was amazed. Yes, I had the chance to drive the tire at the or from the Yokohama test center here at the Nürburgring. I went out on somehow damp conditions, and normally a tire in the old days always was a compromise. But the grip level was there immediately, and it had a very wide range of drivability, which I was totally surprised of. And then I went onto the dry tracks and all that stuff. The tire is really precise, but still forgiving and good to control. Very silent, which I liked, because I'm someone who travels a lot on long distance. So I came from Switzerland, which is more than 500 kilometers, and normally I run on the normal road silently straight, and that's what the tire can do. So in these days, tires is not a compromise anymore, and the new ADVAN Sport V107 combines all of that stuff. So it lifts up the level of performance and of controllability, and as well of comfort in one piece. So I really liked it a lot. I was really happy to drive it.
We are here at the famous Nürburgring, and everyone knows the Nordschleife. So tell me, what is so famous? Nico, for you, is it so special because of the length, about the track layout? What is it all about?
I think it's all together. You have a very long track. You have always different weather conditions. It's interesting for the drivers. For the people outside, it's nice to see this, how we can handle this or not. So, yeah, I think all together it's a point.
Jörg, is it your favorite track, or is it more a love-hate affair?
No, it's just love. Aww. Definitely just love. Nordschleife can just be love. There's no hate at all. To me, it's the history. I mean, they can change a lot of stuff on the circuit, which they every year do. They put new asphalt on some parts, but the layout of the circuit will always be the same. It will be up and down through the forests, and you cannot make it wider. So it will always stay the same Nordschleife. It doesn't matter if it's in 20 years. And that's what I love on the circuit. It's the longest circuit in the world, racing circuit, and it will always have the same history than it had the last 50 years.
Do you have some kind of a favorite corner, favorite track or something, or straight?
Yeah, for me it's apart from Hohe Acht to the end of Pflanzgarten. Why? This I like, this kind of corners, and yeah, you have a good feeling in the car always, and yeah, it's a nice part for me.
How's it for you, Jörg?
It's nice and flowing. I don't have a special place at Nürburgring.
You can't pick one?
No,
Really?
definitely not. I love nearly all of the parts of even Flugplatz, you know, which is a big challenge, going over that hump, which they cut down a little bit.
It's less so the flying.
But in these days in GT3 it's flat. It's a little bit of a lift with me, but I have some teammates which do it flat. I tell you, you know, it's a big challenge, and Nürburgring Nordschleife lives from the weather conditions. So sometimes you have damp patches which are very challenging, and some other parts where it's dry, where you have a lot of grip, and in the wet you have less grip. So the different asphalts and the whole track is a big challenge. I don't have special places there.
Jörg, for sure, when we have the 200,000 fans around the track, you know, celebrating the 24 hours or even celebrating something else, you know, having a good party there as well, they are also so unique, aren't they?
I love the fans which are with us for the whole season, and that's the big amount of people. I mean, it was very sad the last few years that we haven't had enough fans here, but now they're coming back, and I tell you, the VLN fans which are coming to the 24-hour race, they're doing a big party. So they take holidays for a week or even longer, you know, they're taking their caravans to the side of the circuit.
Bringing the family,
Stay there for a whole week. Like my family is always coming to the 24-hour race. There's, you know, such a unique group of people which make this race to that big event. I really love them.
For sure, Nico, you would love to have so many fans around when you do the test drives, right? But sometimes, because you can go there as well during the touristic drive, so everyone out there who has never been here at the Nürburgring, you can come here, you just pay for one lap and you can go with your private car or sometimes with a rental car. But Nico, how is it for you also seeing then some fans around? This must be also a good feeling for you seeing them, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to see outside some people and to know they are interesting to check what we are doing there. It's tire testing, car testing, and yeah, for sure it's nice.
But I think it's really a great motorsports family. And then in the evening, you see each other in one of the nice restaurants. Which is your favorite one?
Well, the most important or the most famous restaurant here is the Pistenklause, definitely. Not just because of their steaks, which are, you know, if you get in there, it's already, the smoke is coming out of these steaks, which are on the stoves, you know. You just open this, big,
the whole clothes are full.
And you're smelling on the next day. But it's something which you really, where you really have to go, because if you look around on the side walls, you've got the signatures of all the famous racing drivers which have been successful at Nürburgring.
Also from you?
Also from mine, yeah. I'm in one of the corner. I think I'm on the roof somewhere.
Ah, nice.
After 1 or 2 beer, you have to sign it somewhere. So it's something which you need to see. But then on the other hand, I think Adenauer is a very nice city. It's in the middle of Nürburgring. There's a lot of very nice restaurants and hotels, and it's really nice to be down there.
You have a favorite restaurant as well, or cafe?
I think it's more or less the same. It's Pistenkloß. It's a famous one here, and yeah, you have to go to there.
How many times you've been there already?
I don't know.
I can't count. Oh my goodness!
And it's an Italian guy who runs it, right?
True. You can have some pasta and pizza as well.
Nice. Pistenkloß. It's a German name. Yeah. You eat steak and an Italian guy who's running it. So it's something unique.
Something unique is as well, you spend a lot of time in Japan, Jorg, yes. Because you raced there. What about your memories there?
I really loved being in Japan. I was like a family member of my team. It was a BMW team study, which was also running on Yokohama tires. So I had the honor to drive 4 years for BMW and with Yokohama in Japan. I love the fans. This is something which is unique, which you don't have in Europe, to be honest. We had these guys with the flags, which were standing on the other side of the circuit.
From the morning on.
One time, you know, when I wasn't racing, I went over to them and had the flag and waved it. And
it's heavier.
It is really heavy and long, and it was an honor for them. And I thought, you know, it's so nice to be together with these guys. They're sitting there for the whole race, waving the flag with BMW, my name on it. It was unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. So what's the plan for you this season and this year, testing the upcoming tires? But it's a secret, huh?
It's secret, more or less a secret.
But a lot of weeks of work is coming as well for you?
Yeah, every week testing in Spain, France, Germany, here to North Coast.
Sounds good. And for you, Jorg, what's the plan of the racing season?
Well, I'm gonna drive with Walkenhorst with the new BMW M4 GT3 here at the Nordschleife at the NLS or VLN, together again with Yokohama. As I said already, we were testing a few weeks ago in Spain the new tires. Yes, and I will share my car with 2 very fast colleagues, and as Yokohama and Walkenhorst still have the lap record in qualifying and in the race lap times, we need to win more races this year. So that's what we're here for. We're just going for it and try to win races.
That's your to-do list for this year.
Definitely.
Of course, all our fans are crossing the fingers for you this season. So something last you want to point perhaps to your racing fans, Jorg?
Well, you know, I'm very happy to run again this season with Yokohama and with my team Walkenhorst at the Nordschleife. Hope you all follow us, and thumbs up for winning at the Nordschleife. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Good. And you, Nico?
I can say enjoy our new ADVAN Sport. Have fun, always with safety and good driving.
It's so good to have you and have a chat with these fantastic guys. So Jorg and Nico, thanks a lot for joining us, and it's so good to have you in the Yokohama family. And from us here at the Nürburgring, I think we have to say goodbye already, and thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, what a fantastic day for us, right?
Thank you very much.
That was indeed a very interesting talk between Jorg and Nico. Thank you, Yves. So we've been taking a close look at the ADVAN Sport V107 and have so far already learned much about many of the characteristics of these amazing tires. I am quite sure that now, after having enjoyed this online fabulous event, after all this newly gained knowledge, there's no question about the greatness of this Yokohama's new masterpiece. The automobile world has its spotlight on this amazing product, the ADVAN Sport V107. The ADVAN Sport V107 will be available worldwide from spring 2022. Please check your country's Yokohama website for further product information, including size variety and all details. And yes, of course, this season too, Yokohama will continue actively involved in motorsports by supporting a wide range of series, including the Super Formula and Super GT series in Japan, the Nürburgring 24-hour race in Europe, the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb in the US, and many other races. Your continued support is much appreciated. Yokohama remains ready for new challenges and open to possibilities. And this completes our ADVAN Global Online event. It has been an honor to have had you all join us today. Thank you, and we wish you all simply the best.
Yokohama